There's moments in life when we feel the shift before we actually see it. It's a quiet knowing, it's a feeling in the air. It's like we know something's about to change, but we don't know what yet. So today holds this energy where the choices we make, the thoughts that we entertain, the energy we step into will definitely shape the path ahead. Okay, some doors will be closing, others will be preparing to open. And the difference between staying stuck and moving forward right now, well, it's how we recognize them. It's how we listen to that inner voice that already knows the way. And how do we know which way to go? How do we trust what's unfolding? How do we know or make sure that we're stepping towards what's truly meant for us? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today, okay? Because once you understand it, you'll know exactly where to go next. So join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery. We'll gain an understanding how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time together, my hope is that you have the tools, the wisdom to go forward with a confidence, with clarity, with love. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Keep them coming. I love the thumbs ups and the hearts and the comments, and you guys absolutely rock. And thank you for all you do for me. Welcome to your daily focus, March the 13th, 2025. So we have the energy of the 13, very lucky energy. What happens to us under a 13 sometimes doesn't feel like it's lucky. So it's our perception of what's happening to us at the time. But quite often we'll look back in hindsight and realize that that was the moment when everything changed for you. That you were redirected on your path, that you were open to a new opportunity, adventure, learning experience, relationship that you were not expecting in your life at that time. It was more of an inconvenience at that time, perhaps. It's like the widowed farmer and his son, and they had all this acreage, and they'd go into town for supplies, and he entered a draw and he won the prize horse. And everybody shook his hand and patted him on the back and said, "Oh, you're so lucky. Now you have a horse to help you do all the work that are just on what you and your son have to do." And he says, "Oh, good luck, bad luck, who's to know?" And about 2 weeks in, the horse kicks the son in the leg and breaks the son's leg. And everybody's, "Oh, what about bad luck? Bad luck, now you have a horse doing the work, but you have to do, you are the only one who can do all the work. What bad luck?" And he goes, "Good luck, bad luck, who's to know?" And then the soldiers came through and they were gathering young men to go and fight the wars, go to the front lines. But his son had a broken leg, so they bypassed him, and everybody said, "Oh, such good luck, your son isn't going to war." It's how we perceive the situation at the time. But usually the 13 brings in beautiful new adventures for us, beautiful new opportunities and learning experiences. We have to be open to them. We do have free will to turn them away. We run in fear. We go and hide because we don't like it at first. It doesn't feel comfortable at first. 1 plus 3 is a 4 energy. The 4 energy is about getting our ducks in a row right now. Making sure that we are being practical in who we are, where we're going, what we're doing, where we're putting our energy, our focus, our time. Daily numerology would be a 2 plus a 4 plus a 9, and that gives us a 15. So the 15 energy is, what are we tethered to? What are we tethered to that does not allow us to move forward? Maybe it's a relationship in our life. We don't want to do that because we know it would offend or hurt or upset them. So we hold back. Or maybe somebody really shines in the office, and even though you have the better idea, you don't want to take away their thunder, their moment, whatever it might be, that doesn't allow you to step forward, to break free, to, what are you tethered to? What are you tied to? What burdens you? Where do you feel you have painted yourself in a corner? Because you haven't, but we need to look at it through a new lens. We need to break free. We need to let go of what no longer has purpose or use in our life and let it fall into the fires. Let it turn to ash and we can be the phoenix rising. Absolutely. 1 + 5 is the 6th energy, and the 6th energy is our habits, our behaviors. We're looking in, it could even be our routines. We're looking at how to revamp ourselves, bring something in, a habit that we can do that we know will enrich our lives, or to dismiss a habit that, quit a habit that has actually been a detriment to us. Change our behaviors in some way. Try to be more outgoing or try to be more introverted. Whatever, whatever floats your boat. Look at your routines. Can you mix things up, change things around? Would it be more productive in a different way, in a different setting, at a different time point? Sun is in Pisces, Moon is in Virgo. So this is really a very strong day for some conscious preparation, okay? If we are still feeling the power of the Sun conjunct Saturn, okay? So this is a moment to get clear, get organized, get real about what's working in your life, what's not working in your life. So emotions may feel heavy, absolutely. Or you're feeling this unspoken pressure. It's really not coming from anywhere, but you feel it. Don't ignore it, okay? But sit with it. Reflect on it. Ask yourself, what needs to shift? So tomorrow we have the full moon lunar eclipse. And I think the best way to walk into this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo is not trying to force some kind of clarity, but maybe making some space for clarity to find us. A lunar eclipse isn't a day event or even just a couple of day events, okay? Its influence actually extends far beyond the moment it happens. We feel the energy the strongest, of course, the days leading up to and the following days afterwards. But the shifts, the themes, they play out over the next 6 months of our life. So eclipses are turning points. They can often reveal things that have been hidden from us. They can bring in endings. They can prepare to open up new doors for us. Okay, it's a course correct, moving us in ways that we weren't expecting. So since it's a Virgo energy, this would be a good day to declutter your mind and space. Okay, Virgo likes simplicity. So release what's unnecessary. Acknowledge what's been holding you back. Is there a pattern? Is there a habit? Is there a belief that keeps you from fully stepping forward in the way that you can see it in your mind? It's time to get intentional. Absolutely. I look upon like the day before an eclipse it's a day to solidify a dream in some way. A dream that will be. Not maybe, not hopefully. That it will become the reality I see in my mind's eye today. So tomorrow, the day of the eclipse, that's the breakthrough moment. Things becoming clear, revelations, aha moments, epiphanies, eureka. Something ends or something shifts, or it's the beginning of that ending or that shift. And so, for several weeks after the eclipse, we start to see events unfolding, and decisions are being made, and paths are being chosen. So, at the end of the energy, 6 months after the eclipse, what started today reaches its full resolution, its outcome. So I ask you to please just give some thought to not where you are, not where you've been, but where you see yourself in 6 months, in one small part of your life. A lunar eclipse in Virgo, that's a time of clarity. It's a time of release. It's a time of redirection. Something will end. But that means that something is also ready to begin. And it's not about taking control of the shifts, but to lean into them, to trust in yourself, to allow that inner compass to guide us towards what's truly meant for us. Ask yourself, what is my passion? Or what no longer serves me? Or where am I trying to be rerouted already and I'm fighting it for some reason? Because it's not another full moon, it's an eclipse, it's a turning point. Okay. I started to ramble, didn't I? I'm sorry. Let's get to the cards. Okay, underlying energy for today is the Magician appears. Yeah, so what is it you want? What do you really want to step into? What do you have a passion about? What do you dream and fantasize about? What is it? They've been shouting this question at us over and over in every way possible. And this is the time to make that decision, because this energy will allow us to help clear the way for that vision. So it can be possible, or it is possible in the present moment. But in no way will that vision be neglected if we give the permission to allow ourselves to take a risk on us, our dreams, our goals. The Magician is here to say, what do you want? It's yours. The Magician is here to send our messages upwards. And so we have to, this has to be something very primal or very raw within us. Like, we want this. We want this. We can feel it coursing through our veins, kind of want it. If I could have this in my life. And it doesn't have to be ginormous, although I'd love to see it be ginormous for you. It could be a way of bringing in good health or love or joy or celebration, some abundance, some prosperity. It could be just the want of a level up in different areas of our life, or one small area of our life. But please give it some thought. I mean, we got the Magician out here first saying, what do you want? It's yours. First card is Justice. Oh, we're back to all the big boys coming out again. We have the Justice card, which is the 11 energy, which is a time to release what no longer serves us. It will be emotional, these choices that we're making under the Justice energy, but we need to find a true balance. We need to bring in a true balance. We need to feel strong and confident in our choices, so they are well thought out, they're planned. And when we sit in silence with our problems, we will get the answers to our plan. So back it up if you must. We're reviewing everything prior to turning around and walking up those steps to maybe an elevated path, a brand new path. We hold that sword. We're ready to use it. I mean, there's even a glint, I think, coming off of that. Or is it just the way the light's reflecting on it? I think it's the way the light's reflecting on it. Yeah, it's highlighted. This is a time when we step boldly. This is a time when we speak our truth. This is a time when we are stepping into our authenticity, our power. If we decide to take ownership of those things, to go after our dreams, our desires. Knight of Swords, oh gosh, here we are. Here we are. We felt like we were in a rut, or things are foggy, or things just aren't moving for us, and all of a sudden we hit this clearing and we jump on our stallion, we raise our sword, and what do we yell? Yeah, we yell charge. We're ready to go after it all. Our horizon widens. We're ready for the obstacles. We're ready for the limitations to come at us because we know we can go through them now. We see the vision of our tomorrow. We see the open space that we can build upon. We see the opportunity. We see the adventure. We see the learning experiences. We see the relationship. Our last card, what do you think it's going to be? Oh, look at that. The Six of Wands. Now, we haven't seen the Six of Wands in quite some time. The Six of Wands is say, hey, you know what? You're great. You've accomplished so much. You've had successes in your life. This is kind of like a parade of you and your successes. People, you know, coming out onto the streets. It's really a parade, okay? If you really take this card, it's a parade, and you are the star. You are the reason why everybody's showing up for this parade, to celebrate you and your accomplishments, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the world, what you bring to each person that you know their life in some small way, in some small form, or some giant step. Absolutely. Okay, and this is a time to not only see what you have done, but not to rest on your laurels, to not just say, time to take off this heavy armor, time to just relax and dismount. No, we are riding forward. We are in full armor because we already have our next mission in hand, and we're ready to go forward. We're ready to conquer. We are ready to go towards new successes in our life. We have been preparing for this moment. That was a mouthful. They didn't even let me breathe for that one. Okay, so it's like running a marathon. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nature's Whispers. I don't edit. You know, most people would probably take that out if I'm not. You know, it's not me. I'm just the messenger. You guys know that. I'm humbled that I am the messenger. Laughter 47, which is an 11 energy. You got it. So the 11 energy here is highlighted to us through the cards. Absolutely. Very short, very sweet. Laughter breaks up stagnant energy, gets things moving, and helps relax you. Laughter is a powerful antidote to stress, pain, and conflict. Nothing works faster or more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens your burdens, inspires hope, connects you to others, and keeps you grounded, focused, and alert. You know, so turn that frown upside down. Life is so much better when you're laughing and you're enjoying and you're celebrating and you're... It really is. Okay. Here we go. An animal. Be free. Feel that freedom. Feel that liberation. Look at that. The book opened right to it, too. The hawk appears. We don't get the hawk that often, do we? Ever. Like, the hawk has really never taken the stage. Some of these cards have taken the stage. Like, they just keep coming over and over and over. But some of these just kind of remain in the deck until, poof, Leader, initiate, impulsive, open, insight. There are so many ways to be free. One of them is to transcend reality by imagination, as I try to do. We've chosen Hawk, and this card speaks to who you are. Hawk is protective, intuitive, and a leader. Hawk shows you that you are very responsible. You're intelligent. You're spiritual. You observe the situation before reacting at this time. Hawk may be telling you to look at the big picture before you react. Stop paying attention to every single little detail, as this will help to alleviate the weight that you feel around you and your life. Hawk wants you to work on adding some impulsiveness to your life instead of ritualistically walking through life as if it were a recipe that needs to be followed exactly. There is a difference between being irresponsible and being impulsive. So don't fret that Hawk is telling you to change. He's only telling you to free yourself. Is there more to Hawk? Yes, there is. To free yourself from narrow-minded people and small thinking and be free. Hawk is often seen as a messenger from the other side, so if you have this card, it means that there is a spiritual awakening and you are being asked to open yourself up to it. It could be that you went through a trying, difficult time and you're simply going through the motion. Hawk asks you if you're being authentic to your true soul self, and if the answer is no, work with Hawk to get back to the intuitive person that you are by possibly taking a class on mediumship or psychic development. Or just start sitting with yourself and going within. Okay? They're all waiting to talk to you. And maybe you won't hear them at first, but in time, when you sit in silence, the messages start to flow. The downloads start to come. So by backing up, you actually go full speed forward. If you're listening, if you're willing to do the work. And if you're willing not to rush into things. I know the Hawk says be impulsive, and I love that, but we're not going to be reckless. We're just going to maybe take a chance. Until we meet again. Take a chance on you. Until we meet again. Remember, I do love you.